Hey folks, right, let me just oh shit. Um Hopefully that should be okay sound wise. Um right, oh, what's with that layer? Right. So it's been a little while, I think it's been about a week or so. Um uh Price of Justice is out. It's my new book. Is out. It's on the guild. It was and now that the Price of Justice is out, I'm doing okay. That was the most stressful release I have ever put myself through. Um, the book came out on Tuesday. Fun fact: I finished the book on Monday, and Joe had just enough time to get through all the things that I finished on that Monday. No. I think I did actually finish the book on Sunday, and I did all the layout on Monday actually. But even so, I was, you know, generally, I'll do like all the final little bits like the day before release of the little things, like little last minute changes, and like I'll do like I'll do the final export on the day, just to make sure I don't miss anything. I don't have an opportunity where I'd have to like make more work for myself. I'd much rather spend 5 minutes on the day doing the final export. Really, all it takes, export as a PDF and then compress it, because the final PDF size for the Price of Justice was like 80 megabytes. It was huge. So I had to compress it way down to get onto. It was not fun. I got physically ill. The reason I didn't, I wasn't really going to stream the rest of the work on it anyway, but like the reason I didn't was I got tonsillitis, like really bad tonsillitis. It was great. I had a really fun week last week. But yeah, no, the book is out. I'm very proud of it. I think it's really good. And yeah, we're gonna basically go back to how we were before. Gonna work on flour. I have started gearing up. It's all right. I'm fine now. It did suck though. I have also started to gear up for the book after Flower, which will be Zombie, for undead creatures. Because there's a lot of shit undead creatures in 5. There's a lot of undead, and a lot of them suck. Some of them are really cool, but most of them are like, some of them are like perfectly acceptably, like the Spectre is very simple. Like, it is what it is, it does what it does. Same goes for the Shadow. They're very simple monsters. They do what they do, and they work just fine. And then there's like zombies, which are also fine on their own, but they're a little too tanky for you to have a million of them, otherwise fights go on for eons. And at higher levels, they're just too shit to be able to do anything. So a lesser and a greater zombie is definitely like on my radar of things to do. But yeah, I say today basically just gonna go through all my big idea bucket. I have a good few ideas left to do. There's a piece of art I want to use, this thing here, which I have dubbed the Scorpion Bloom, because it looks like this, which I think is kind of cool. I like it. It's scorpion because it's, has a stinger in it. It grabs you and pulls you in, and I don't know, bites you a bunch. It probably has acid or something. There's probably acid involved. So we're going to start with this thing, because I think it's cool. Probably going to go for a couple hours today. I'm going to finish around like 5-ish, because I've got some hoovering to do. Here we go. I did not. I did actually while I was out. While I was out one day, I was a meal that went on entirely too long, and I doodled a bunch of shit on this raggedy napkin. So yeah, we're gonna use that later on. Yeah, it's mostly just kind of funny. So Scorpion, so yeah, that'll be on my list of things to do today as well. The Scorpion Bloom, that thing's big, like really big. I think this thing should be sort of in the CR kind of. See, I don't want to oversaturate the CR like 7 to 10 range, but all the monsters I keep making are like not quite good enough to be like CR 15 or whatever, but aren't like. Let me look at like Behirs, because Behirs are in that kind of range where if I were to make a Behir, I would end up probably putting them in like the CR, you know, I'd make them like CR 10. Oh yeah, the CR 11, never mind. Yeah, no, point proven, huh? I'll make him CR 11, why not? Do we have any? Hang on. Nope, shit. We have one CR 11 creature, it's a tree and druid, so I think that's acceptable. Scorpion Blue. It is a huge plant. Is this thing? Nah, it's unaligned. It's just like an apex predator kind of situation. Oh, no, it's like that in the speed section. Let me actually like get this up in another tab so I can like look at it. It's got lots of tentacles. Has its tongue spear kind of thing. It's sort of proboscis. That's how you pronounce it? A proboscis. There we go. So, strength. This thing's pretty strong. I'm gonna go in sort of the 21 kind of range. Dexterity, it's probably reasonably fast, like a 15. Constitution, probably a 17. Intelligence, definitely sort of average plant creature intelligence. You know, 383 has been my go-to, and I think we're going to stick with that. Saving throws, probably no saving throws for now. Ooh, let's play the game. How much XP does CR11 creature give you? I'm gonna guess. I think it is manual. But certainly like when I go through and I go to add tags, I type up to that letter, and the top one that comes up is LGBT, which is presumably means that's what people are using, and I'm like, well, I might as well use that one too. No, I was way off. 13 is 10,000. It's 7,000. 7,200 is CR11. But yeah, to be fair, it's not really something I actively think about. Like, I'm like, I don't really identify with the community in any way, shape, or form. Like, I'm not straight. It's, I'll say that. Like, whatever. But I don't really like using it either. I'm not really a fan of sort of advertising. Being like I don't know. I have very complex opinions on like the sort of community as a whole, and I don't know. As it makes it sound way worse than it is. It's not really like that. I'm just not a community person. I think is more it weirds me out in a way that is just a me problem. Like I don't have an issue with other people like finding identity and like in like a group and stuff like that. That's cool, but it's just not for me. I don't like large groups of people, so I'm sort of predispositioned to not really like that kind of like aspect of community at all. because it makes me uncomfortable. Blind sense. How does this thing see? Does it have eyes? It does not have eyes. It has blind sight. Oh. Blind beyond this radius. Yeah. For me, part of it is, I think, a lot to do with the fact that I haven't dealt with adversity in that sort of fashion, really, at all. Maybe that's why. Maybe if I had, I would feel more sort of part of the fold, as it were. Because that is a lot of it. My understanding is just a shared general experience of, we had a real shitty time at high school or whatever, which is, I had a shitty time at high school, but it had nothing to do with that. I just had a shitty time at high school, as I think many people did. But I don't know. It's I tend to just not really talk about it, really, because I don't want to, tell other people. Not that I think other people should stop liking it or should stop enjoying this. That's not the case at all. But I don't want people to think that that's what I'm saying when it's not. It's just, me personally, it's not for me. Yeah, we'll keep this as is for now. Oh shit. Oh. Oh. Give me a sec. Oh, what does Streamlabs bot want from me? Several things. Oh, it's open twice. Piss off. Oh, the Twitch chat just moved in a weird way. Oh wait, no, I need to give this thing abilities. What the fuck am I doing? Unusual nature. I'm really gonna give this thing a climb speed as well. Climb 30 feet. Oh yeah, like that aspect I've like as a movement for change. Like obviously that's that's good. Yeah, it's comparatively better in the UK. Still bad. I think the UK government especially has sort of gotten over the fact that gay people exist. Still haven't gotten over trans people though. That's going to take them another 10 years, I reckon. Think of the treatment that trans people are dealing with now, which is fucking shit. Is equivalent, though much worse, to my understanding at least, than the treatment they would have gotten, that gay people would have gotten in the 90s and the early 2000s. In that it's fucking terrible, but inevitably will get slightly better with time, to the point where it is, depending on where you live, mostly okay. Emphasis on mostly. It's fucking shit though. Like I remember when I was a kid, how commonplace like really like homophobic shit was when I was at school. When I was like 5 or 6, and older, like using gay as an insult and shit. Like that was something I did as like a 7-year-old or whatever. That was just what was. That was what people said, how people spoke. It was not good. It was a bad TM. Kinda, yeah. That's probably not inaccurate. I think it's more like taking one step every 5 years, when realistically they should be taking one step every year. Like it's pushing a very heavy thing down a very long corridor, with some other dickhead, i.e. some old fart in position of power, pushing on the other end. I don't know, that's not exactly a clean analogy, but that's certainly how I look at it. Not literally like that, that's not the analogy I use in an everyday sense, but that's the best thing I could come up with on the spot. Right. Makes 2 tentacle attacks. Right. Let's look at Krakens, because I love Fling. I think Fling is fantastic. Makes 2 hook attacks on 1 proboscis attack. Spear tongue. Yeah, spear tongue. So a hook attack, it has a reach of 10 feet. It's plus 9 to hit. It does 1d8 plus 5, so that's 9 points of piercing damage. No, let's give these things like a really... It's pulled... Oh, Scorpion Bloom. There we go. I'm just gonna remove the hooks. I think the hooks are kind of pointless. Two D10s. So that's 16 points of damage. Yeah. I think honestly, it's basically the same in the UK, just on a smaller scale. We don't like, you know, the UK is like, you know, smaller than Texas landmass size, to my understanding. The land area of the UK is 240,000 square kilometers. Yeah, multiple times smaller than Texas by land area. It's nearly 3 times smaller than Texas in land area. In fact, I think more than that. No, not quite 3 times. It's mostly like the UK's problems on that front. Like America is, to my understanding, is because it's like from a non-American perspective, it's very easy to be in a position where you know more about American politics than about your own country's politics, because it's everywhere. If you live in an English-speaking country, you know a lot about American politics, and that's just a fact. That might not be the true for like Australia and New Zealand, just because they live in a whole separate time zone, and they don't have to sort of interface with Americans quite as much. But like, you know, like I can guarantee that when it comes time for the next US election, I will know probably about as much about the Democratic primaries as your average American does, just because it's so easy to consume, because it's everywhere. Even if I didn't want to engage with it, and I'm not really that fussed one way or the other, like, you know, it's there and I know a bit about it, it's fine. It was only really when Orange Man was around that I just wanted people to shut up. It was very annoying, because it was just every day. You literally couldn't get away with it. Away from it, even. It sucked. Yeah, like, my understanding of, obviously, like, the US is, yeah, some states are basically fine with all of it. And some states are so vehemently against it that they will ban it. And on like the federal level, I think is the term, there's not really much they can really do to fuck with either side. So they, I mean, they can, but you know, they can't enforce. Like, can they? They probably could, but it wouldn't happen. Where they could make a state go one way or the other. They make all states go one way or the other. I'm sure they probably could, but like practically speaking, they probably can't. Whereas in the UK, it's basically any law literally every law has to go through House of Commons and through the House of Lords. And the House of Lords, they're all lords and also some priests. So yeah, you can imagine how that tends to go. Usually the House of Lords tends to fold to general like public demand, but often they won't. Yeah, like you know, I'm always very skeptical. Like obviously any leader who says I'm going to do this is like, well, you're going to try, and you're probably going to try and do this, but you might not succeed. But like certainly when American leaders say they're going to do this, it's like, no, you're not. You have you have so little power to do any of these things. You have to get all this, like, you know, you have to get the Supreme Court and the heads of every, you know, like the states have to say yes to things that they have to opt in to your shit. You know, like those like the executive powers are very, very limited in the US, to my understanding, at least. Whereas in the UK, there's, to a degree, they certainly have more. Like the Prime Minister definitely has a lot more executive power than like, you know, to literally fundamentally change aspects of the nation than the US president does. Certainly from my understanding, that may just be wrong. I don't actually know, but based on my understanding, like a UK Prime Minister has a lot less people to get in their way than a US president does. It just happens that basically every UK Prime Minister we've had in the past many years has been, over 10 years at this point, has been a crock of shit. They've just all been awful. Somehow, David Cameron has ended up as like the best Prime Minister we've had in the last 10 years, and he was fucking awful. Hell, Cameron was probably better than Brown. No, that's probably too bold a statement. That's probably not. No. Even a shit Labour candidate is better than the best possible Conservative candidate. I'd rather a Labour candidate that does nothing than a Conservative candidate that does anything. Yeah, UK Prime Ministers are boring people for the most part. And the interesting ones are always the shit ones. I think with very little exception. Oh, here's a fun fact, actually. Bernie Sanders' brother is a UK politician. I think he does shit for the Green Party. I think I'm gonna have to look this up. Larry Sanders, here we go. Oh no, he was Larry Sanders. Spokesperson for Health and Social Care for the Green Party of England and Wales. Yes, yeah. It's Bernie Sanders' brother, Larry Sanders. Yeah. Is a American-British academic, social worker, politician, and former health and social care spokesperson for the Green Party of England and Wales. He is older brother of Bernie Sanders, United States Senator of Vermont, and two-time U.S. presidential candidate. Yeah, that's a stupid, amusing fact. The Green Party is exactly what they sound like. They are a generally left-wing, environmentally oriented, sort of minor party. Obviously, you know, the UK has a two-party system. Like, it's not officially a two-party system, but it basically is. But our smaller parties will occasionally actually win seats in smaller constituencies, and have the tiniest amount of say in anything. We have like a third joke party, basically, the Liberal Democrats. They fucking suck. They're terrible. Their politics is whoever runs them at every election, and no one fucking votes for them except the wishy-washies who don't actually give a shit about politics and don't want to take a side. Like, with very little obviously there are real people who vote Lib Dem, but is there really real people who vote for Lib Dem? No. That's a lie. I do actually know someone who votes Lib Dem, and they are someone who exclusively doesn't want to take a side on Labour or Conservative. It's very funny. But yeah, like, you know, it means that, like, Green is the, you know, the actually left-wing political party in the UK. The one that has any kind of sort of clout, anyway. You know, Labour are the Democrats, except they're more left-wing than the Democrats, though they're still not left-wing. The Democrats are like a soft right-wing at best, and Labour are like centrists, borderline left-leaning. They're left-leaning centrists, whereas Green are like middle-left, depending on who's running them at the time. British politics is weird. It's also kind of funny sometimes, because, I mean, it's just kind of stupid people that do it. It's kind of funny. Yeah, that's more or less my understanding of the Democrats. Like to my understanding, Biden is certainly, I think less so nowadays, but certainly when he was, I remember when he was like the VP, he was basically just a Republican in a blue suit. To like from my memory. Or certainly the kind of shit I remember people saying about him was like, is he not just a Republican that has decided that he's a Democrat? Like, what? I think he's more like actually a Democrat now, but not that really means a whole lot. The Republicans are like actually far right at this point, which is just kind of funny, really. Nearest known space is Scorpion Balloon. Oh, yeah, Jesus fucking Christ, I heard about that. And classic, them doing, no news coverage, no nothing. That's some fucking bullshit. That's some serious BS. Like, cool. We've probably poisoned the Mississippi River. Whoopsie-doo. It might not actually be that bad, but like it feasibly could be if they don't fix it, and they probably won't. Good job. The thing is covered in like big red spots. It's like this scorpion bloom creature. Yeah. Right, yes, that was what I was going to do, was, poisonous body. Whenever a creature... I need to look at, Remoraz. Yes. Very, very cool and normal. This is, yeah. Oh, well, what's the term for, poisonous frogs? Because they're poisonous when they touch you. They sort of secrete poison from their skin is kind of the deal. Makes one spear tongue. Let's put in there some space scorpion and make a bite attack against the target. So the bite does that, and then we need the tentacle attack. Getting like super sidetracked right now, but it's fine. Let's go 15 feet, one target, hit. 2d6 7 plus 12. Oh. Plus 3d10, or 3d6 poison damage, and escape DC. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, having like an acid spray. Escape DC 15, I believe that is. Let me just look at Krakens again, because they have the same kind of... Alright, it's restrained. The Scorpion Bloom has 10 tentacles, each of which no target is restrained. And then it has Fling, which is... It's acid in a... Let's not give it a recharge. Let's make it like... Actually, no. So let's give it a recharge. Let's make it actually really dangerous. What was I going to look at? What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to look at Lightning Bolt. That's interesting actually. Yeah. This thing is pretty dangerous. Obviously, I'm going to tweak the damage numbers when necessary. I haven't given it hit points either yet, but so it has hazardous body, 10 damage. Let's look at the damage this thing can do. So we've got... So it makes 2 tentacle attacks. So that's 22 plus 22. Plus 10 plus 10 plus... 25 plus 51. That's 140 damage. Yeah, this damage definitely needs to come down. Yeah, it's like CR 17. We need to probably the bite needs to come down to like 3d10, and then this can be like 1d10, like that, like 10 piercings. That's make that 1d8. So that's 19 plus 19 plus 20 plus... What's 3d10? 3d10 is 16? Oh, I forgot to actually add stat to this. It's 21. It's 116 points of damage. That's still a lot. Yeah, I need to reduce the damage to like 70. I need to chop off like 40 damage off of this. There we go. You can choose between the bite or the spear tongue. So we're looking at 29 plus 29 plus 19. And then 29 plus 29 plus 39. We're looking at about 75 points of damage around, give or take. There we go. That's a bit better. So it's about combat like offensive CR 12. It doesn't really have too many traits beyond that, so yeah, that seems fair. That seems pretty good. Makes let's give this thing hit points and give it an AC. Natural armor, and it is huge sized. It has 17 constitution. Let's go 16d12. No, not enough. 22d12. A little more. 23d12. 26 d12. There we go. I guess we could just, hang on, let's do that. Let's go +4 in this box. Oh, shit. $23d12, 4 23s. Let's bust out the calculator for that one, I can't be asked. It's 92 extra hit points. This guy has 241 hit points. He's, yeah, he's pretty tanky. How many hit points does a Behir have? Like 160. But it has a better AC, and it's way faster, and it has other things that it can do. This thing's definitely very, very tanky, but I do like it. Oh, God. Stretching. Hunched over a lot. Oh. So, what's next on my to-do list? Let's take a look at the Weeping Shade. Flower. Get out my napkin. Did I give it a CR? No. Well, we'll deal with that when we get there. Can I put it there? Will it stay there? Probably not. No, it will not. Put it... Sure, there. No. Right. Medium, plant, flower, unaligned. Didn't give it any of these, but I did specify low strength. Let's go 12. No. Let me look at like a violet fungus. Because this thing doesn't really move, it just sort of is. It really does move, just... Thank you for informing me of the D&D stream I need to do today, calendar. Yeah, it was like a family meal that went on for way too fucking long, so I ended up writing on napkins. I say, yeah. Welcome in. Currently, back to working on plant creatures. And write down a recommended. I was like an alternative to Kids on Bikes. Yes, it is. Okay. That's neat. Ah, yes. Weeping Shade, Condition Immunities. Blinded, Charmed, Deafened, Exhaustion, Prone. And yeah, no, nothing else. Stench. It's a Gast. It doesn't require sleep. Coated in slime, reducing that creature's speed is halved. And insect creatures have advantage on attack rolls against it. A non-insect creature touches the shade or hits it with a melee attack while within 5 feet of it, they become covered in weeping shade slime. Oh, okay, right. So it's a sort of it's kind of a blend of both. It's presumably if you want to. It sounds to me like City of Mist, where you kind of have to the DM has to sort of on the fly be like, okay, how powerful is the effect that you want to do? How useful is it? And then set a DC based on, or set, some kind of challenge level or however it works based off of that. That seems interesting. Can clear us off of slime. The creature clears off of itself. Um... Challenge. C12, natural armor. See, I reckon this thing is probably in the CR half sort of range. I was hoping it to be higher, but I think given the nature of what it is, yeah, makes sense. Experience, AC 8. That's 5 damage per round, plus 2 to hit. This thing needs to be pretty tanky, I think. It does have stench as well, that's the thing. I don't. That's a good point. Yeah, that's actually a very good point. I don't have one. That's definitely should be on my list of things to do. D8 plus 16, that's 52 hit points. Oh yeah, 100% have hazardous body. No question about that. Stunning strike. Fuck off. I like. It's like the one ability that makes Monk like vaguely usable, and it's so unfun. Like stunning strike is genuinely a miserable ability. It either like you use it, someone at the table is not going to have a good time because either it's going to fail because it's stunning strike, and something's going to fail the save, and the player's going to have a bad time because they wasted one of their limited resources, or the DM's going to go, okay, cool, this thing's just dead. because losing an entire turn as a monster in D&D combat basically means you just do nothing, because you're going to die in that turn most of the time. It sucks. It really does suck. Yep. I'll say I reworked Monk live on stream forever ago, and there's still some things I want to go back and change about it, but like I'm pretty happy with how it turned out on the whole. There's like a lot of the subclasses are just a bit naff, which I wasn't happy with, but like the core class was basically just like about making it more customizable and doing away with Stunning Strike in favor of like actually good abilities. Yeah, I think generally killing a single turn on a player in like a decent combat that doesn't last, where like a round is like maybe like 5 or 10 minutes, is not that big of a deal. Obviously it sucks when it happens, but like losing a turn is not the end of the world. Losing multiple turns, like if you're fighting Mind Flayers and you're playing a Barbarian, you're not going to do anything in the fight. You're going to get mind blasted, you're going to fail the save, and you're going to do nothing for the entire fight. You're literally just going to spend... You may as well just get up from the table and leave. And like, say, someone rolled a save for me every turn, I'm going to go fucking play Fortnite or whatever. I don't know, it's the first game that came into my head. Because there's no point in you being there at that point. I think they're very liberal with making like really horribly designed like stun and paralysis mechanics, and they all are shit. But the ones where it's like, uncommon, you lose one turn where you actually, you fail like a con save or something, or a lot of, like a low DC con save. That's actually pretty reasonable. Like ghouls, for instance, can paralyze you. It's a really low DC con save, and if you fail it, oh no. But if you don't, Oh god, Nick. Right. Let me put that on put the cactus guy on my list. So how many fungi do we have? So we've got 4 flowers. How many funguses do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. Yeah, it depends on how long into the session you are. Like if you're like 3 hours in when you would normally run for 3.5 to 4, then I don't think it's too unreasonable to stop there. Whereas if you're like an hour in, then yeah, like that player can either stick around. Yeah, let's say at that stage, like you stick around for. They can either choose to stick around or start thinking about new characters or peace out. I understand the frustration of like not wanting to just kind of sit there and do nothing for the next like 3 hours. Like that's boring and shit. But yeah, I think it's just a bit tone deaf more than anything else. Like, there is no one's gonna be mad if you say, okay, right, like, I don't want to sit here and do nothing for 3 hours, I'm gonna leave. That's like, you know, fairly understandable. I don't think anyone has a right to be mad at someone for doing that. Does does Pathfinder have the same thing that 5e has, where like healing yourself or like healing someone who's conscious is like actually just really stupid? Because you're just wasting a resource on something that isn't actually helpful. Does Pathfinder 2e have that? Because in 5e, if you cast a healing spell on someone who's okay, yeah, I guess if the healing spells in Pathfinder are like actually good, and like heal you for a good amount of health, then I guess yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah, in like 5e, if you cast Cure Wounds on someone who's conscious, it's like, oh cool, you wasted your turn and a spell slot. Good job. It's like actively very stupid to do that. Like, you just categorically you shouldn't do it at all. Right, what to do next? So I've got about half an hour. I've mostly just been like sort of a chill stream today of just trying to like get bits and pieces done. Yeah, very much so. I don't know a huge amount about Pathfinder. Obviously, I know like the core. Hang on, let me actually go look, because I think I have access to like some Pathfinder 2e stuff. No, that isn't the thing I want. Give me a minute. I have this on hand, I just need to go and find it. Spells, here we go. Right, okay, that makes sense. There's like 1,000 spells in Pathfinder. Jesus, there's more spells in Pathfinder 2e than there are in 5th edition. Jesus fucking Christ. It's insane. Okay. So healing spells. Oh, here we go, level. Heal. First level spell. Oh fuck! Oh, that's awesome. That with the impact of the spell, the area of effect and range of the spell is. Oh, that's actually really cool. Holy shit. Yeah, that seems like I don't know much of anything about Pathfinder 2e, but that seems painfully suboptimal. I don't see why you would ever not use the 2-action version of heal. It's just better in every way. 30-foot range, and the healing is more than doubled. It goes from 1d8 to 1d8 plus 8. Like, I read the first paragraph, I was like, wow, this spell sucks. And then I read it again, and it's actually very, very good. Hymn of Healing, what's this? Gains fast healing to... what the fuck is fast? I don't know. What's fast healing? Lay on hands. It's presumably pally shit, but, so 6 hit points. If the target is one of your allies, they also gain a +2 static bonus to AC for 1 round. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. I like that. So yeah, I might do that. Life boost. What's the difference between restoring hit points and fast healing? What the fuck is that? Lifelink. What's this? Heightened? How do you heighten the spell? I don't fucking know. This is all like nonsense to me. I don't know what any of this means. Target recovers 1d4 hit points. Oh, okay, that's cool. Soothe. That seems good. Oh, okay, right, that makes sense. Your spell modifier plus plus a level. That's a lot. Okay. Presumably, higher level spell slots use more. Like, it's effectively like spell points, right? Like, you if you have 10 points, you can use them to cast, you know, 1 first level spell and then 3 third level spells, I assume. I don't actually know, but that seems sensible to me, that'd be how that works. Oh, stabilizes spare the die. Okay, like Restoration is a 2nd level spell. Spell 2. Oh, this is lesser rest. Okay, right. So we've got 10th level spells. That's cool. Revival. They regain lots of hit points. Yeah, so I will inevitably look into Pathfinder properly at some point, but yeah, it's very much a different can of worms, that's for sure. Oh, right. Okay, right. That makes It's that, of course. Yes, it's Pathfinder. So yeah, it uses Vancian magic. Right. Okay, that makes sense. I know. 5e is kind of doing a half Van. Oh no, 1D&D is doing like a half Vancian system. I fucking hate it. I mean, no, that's actually kind of cool. I like that, because that's like sucking moisture out of a creature. That's just necrotic damage. Like, that's like Blight, Abbey Delzim's Horrid Wilting. Those are the 2 examples. There's no more than that, but like those 2, that's just necrotic damage. That works. It's the Saguaro. Saguaro? Saguaro? It's probably Saguaro. Let me look at Saguaro, because obviously it's Spanish. No, it is. No, it is. It's Apata. Language spoken by peoples of the Sonoran Desert region of Mexico. Came into English by way of the Spanish spoken by the Mexican settlers in America. Okay, right, that makes sense. Wait, no, the etymology. Ah, okay. Yeah, what is it? What is the word made up of? Well, I want to call it the Aguaro Hulk because that seems fun. Oh no, Guaro means liquor. Shit. It's like an actual Spanish word that means liquor. I can't really, Yeah, I say I have heard of Archive of Nethys and have attempted to get onto it, but it is laggy as fuck. It does not load very well. That is cool. That is cool. Hang on. Oh yeah, I've seen the Humble Bundle. It's like 25 quid for like all of the books. I think the problem I have is that unless you pay for the 25 whatever one, you don't actually get like the monster manual and like actually important. Like, I don't care about the adventures. I'm not interested in running a Pathfinder adventure. Like I'll just make a one shot, like whatever. But oh, okay. Quarian Wanderer. Or just the Guarians. Oh, you can't just download them as PDFs? Ew. Gross. I hate that shit. Oh, okay. That's fine then. That's not so bad. So they're not very smart, but they're also not like actively stupid either. I mean, let me look at like the vine spawn, because they're like, yeah, the vine spawn are like very stupid. They're like the Guarians are like not super smart, but they're still, you know, like sapient. They have thoughts and feelings and shit like that. So +4. Yeah. +2. Can't be deafened. Oh, nice. Hazardous body. Oh. Oh. Oh shit. It's a fair amount of damage, but siphon moisture. Oh yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, I don't use Foundry. It's not my kind of deal. But siphon moisture. dangerous creature within 5 feet of it. Must make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. Let me look at Blight real fast. It takes the maximum possible damage. Right. I think I have something like that, like this in Beast. That could be interesting, yeah. If anything, I feel like it'd be fire damage that would be the case for, maybe. I don't know. Let me look at Beast, because the owls in Beast have this ability. So these guys wander around at night completely silently. Yeah, they sort of, you know, if they come up to your camp, yeah, they, right, let me get flesh golems. Aversion to fire. So, let's give it hit points. This thing does a lot of damage. It's probably going to be upped to CR5, and honestly, I'm fine with that. I really like these guys. I have like a personality in mind for them, of them being just sort of, you know, if you meet a Gwarian out in the desert, just they should have they should 100% have false appearance. No, what am I doing? Yeah, I say I didn't play much the last couple of weeks because I was ill. Yeah, yesterday was the first time I played in about a week. Yeah, I sort of have like a, you know, if you meet a Gwarian out in the desert at night, you know, you can you might be able to communicate with them, and they might help you, but they might also, you know, if they're hungry, if they hadn't had anything, you know, if you approach a Gwarian with some drinking rations, you give them some water, they might help you and point you in the where to go. Just because that just seems cool to me. I like these guys a lot. Yeah, I say I like these guys. I think these guys are fun. They have AC 17. Yeah. I think the main thing is most players won't even be able to see it until it gets close enough. Because this thing has dark vision 120. Most players don't have that much dark vision, and their campfire is only going to lie out to about 60 feet, if that. Hang on, was that Cactus there before? This probably wouldn't get anywhere near the campfire because they don't like fire. They're scared of fire. I mean, what to? 7. Attack bonus at +6 to hit. Damage per round is 14. Oh, it's 28. So looking at CR5 so far. Con 16. Yeah, let's just bump them to CR5. That's probably a safer thing to do anyway. Doesn't mean I have to bump all the DCs. That's not really that big of a deal. So then it becomes 7. Yeah. 7 +7 to hit. 15. Wait, no. Yeah, 15. 6. Three 12s is 36, and that gives them 90 total hit points. I like these guys. These guys are fun. You know, wander through the desert, and you know, like, oh, it's a spectre in the desert. The cactus is alive. I like him. They're cool guys. Like a druid can probably communicate with them. Ah, yes. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up there. I've got an okay amount done today. Probably still be doing some. Still gonna be doing some more work like off stream on this book. I haven't done a huge amount recently, just because I've been so busy with The Price of Justice. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this book is shaping up. It'll probably actually be coming out like probably later on next month, depending on how long the art takes and how long the flavor text takes to write. 'Cause that tends to take a while. It's very long-winded and kind of boring, so it takes a long time. But yeah, I'm super happy with how this book's come out. We got a lot of really cool monsters in here. There's been, you know, a little more of like this and that than I'd necessarily like, but even then, like, I'm still very happy with it. I think it's cool. But yeah, I'm gonna head off here. Hope folks enjoyed themselves. I will probably be back on like Tuesday or so, because I'm busy like all day Monday. I might have time to stream in the evening, but by all likelihood probably not. But I will look to stream Tuesday afternoon, same sort of time. Probably start around 2, finish around, you know, start around like 2 to 3, finish around 4 to 5, give or take. But yeah, hope folks enjoy themselves. I'll probably see you guys on Tuesday. See ya.